Hi, this is Beth, and I'm coming to you from the Sterling Public Library with a book talk. And I'm going to be talking about a couple of books from our young adult department. And one of them is new, and one of them is what I like to call a hidden gem, something that's a little older that maybe you don't know about, but it's pretty good still. Okay, so the first book I want to talk about is this one. It's called Thorn, and it's by Intisar Khanani. I had to look up how to pronounce that one, but it's pretty good. This is a fairy tale retelling in the fantasy genre, and it's a fairy tale retelling of The Goose Girl. Now, I have to admit that fantasy fairy tale retellings is probably one of my favorite genres, so I really like this one. It has a lot of interesting twists and turns in it that aren't in the original. It's about a princess named Alira who has a pretty bad home life. She's an abusive older brother, and she kind of wants to get away from home. She's pretty down about her life, but she becomes betrothed to a prince from a neighboring kingdom that she doesn't know anything about. And on the way to the kingdom to visit her betrothed prince, an evil sorceress casts a spell and trades her body with one of her handmaids. And so she's kind of stuck being a commoner now. And she decides to embrace it and become a goose girl and get away from all the court intrigues. Other things happen, and you'll see it if you read the book. But it has a lot of interesting themes. It deals a lot with justice, both personal and on a kingdom level. So it's really good. And the other thing I'm excited about is that it's the first in a series. So the next book's going to come out next year, so I'm kind of excited about that one. All right, the other book I want to talk about was published in 2009, so it is a little older. It's called King of the Screwups, and it's by K.L. Going. This is about a boy. It's a realistic book in the realistic fiction section. It's about a boy who's going to be a senior in high school, and he's Mr. Popularity. He's good at sports. He always dresses in the right clothes. He always gets the most beautiful girls. But he kind of has a knack for screwing up things and really disappointing his father. His father, who's very straight and narrow and very controlling and very wants everything done in a certain way. It's not exactly Liam, who's the character's personality, and he really wants to try to impress his father, but he has a hard time doing it. Well, things come to a head at the beginning of the book, and his father kicks him out of his house, and he goes to live with what he calls his Aunt Pete. It's really his uncle, but he calls him his aunt because he's gay, glam rocker, cross-dresser, DJ, and lives in a trailer park. So he's kind of everything that Liam's father is not. Anyway, Liam, he's not happy about himself. He wants to impress his father, but his Aunt Pete and friends and the people he meets work together to try and convince him that he's got a lot that maybe his father doesn't see. Anyway, if you like realistic fiction, it is a really good book. It's got some funny parts. It's got some serious parts. I really enjoyed it, and I enjoy most things by this author, but this is a good one. Okay, that's all I have today. I'm going to try and post these once a week, and so I hope to see you next week. Bye.